Okay, another important section of this book is creating a culturally inclusive classroom environment. If you're going to teach in the Hamlin County school system, there is a wide diversity of cultures within the county. I would say the Hispanic population makes up the greatest number of that, but there are other different cultures represented within the classroom as well. So come to grips with your own cultural lens and biases. We all have them, but as a teacher, you cannot act upon them. You work to put those at bay if you have any. I've actually heard teachers say, why are certain groups of children here? They're not legal or whatever. Well, here's my feelings. My job is not to patrol the border. It is to teach whoever is in my classroom. And I will give my all to every student sitting in that classroom. You need to get to the point. If you're not to that point, you need to get to the point that you feel the same way. It doesn't matter. The other does not matter. They are there. They're wanting an education, and you're going to give them one. Educate yourself about your students' cultural backgrounds. When you're offered the job, wherever you're going to be teaching, do some investigating. See what the clientele looks like. Know what to expect. Be prepared, and that way the shock value is kind of removed. Be sensitive to the cultural shock that recent immigrants may be experiencing. Can you imagine students who are not speaking English moving into the school system of English speaking? Can you imagine going somewhere and not being able to communicate effectively so somebody can understand your needs and your wants? Wow, that is a culture shock. So keep that in mind as you are getting your classrooms together. How are you going to make it a pleasant place regardless of the culture differences? Incorporate the perspectives and traditions of many cultures into the curriculum. You're going to see that this attachment, this video that I've attached to this, you're going to see how some teachers get together and incorporate items from other cultures in order to kind of give us all an understanding of the different cultures that's out there. Build on students' strengths and adapt instructional methods to their preferred ways of learning and behaving. That all partly goes back into that learning styles. I think we should be giving all students the learning styles test just to see how they learn. And let the students know as well. They're not knowing where their strengths lie either. Now, you know that if you've got students coming in who cannot speak any English, you're going to have to do something to adapt their instructional needs. You're teaching to fit those needs. My greatest asset there was my bilingual students who would serve as a buddy until we could get the new student acclimated into the classroom. Work hard to break down student stereotypes of particular ethnic groups. You're going to find students in your classroom who come to you with the same biases perhaps, and their same feelings as their parents have. They've heard it in the home, and they think that is part of reality. You're going to have the students get past it. That may be group activities with close monitoring from you. That means you're making sure that no one's being bullied, those kinds of things. Bring cultural diversity to culturally homogeneous classrooms. Perhaps you all could have pen pals. Your classroom could be pen pals with another country. And with modern technology like it is, there's no reason we can't be doing FaceTime or Skyping with another teacher somewhere else. I know Hannah, my daughter, went to Germany over the summer, and she went to the Germany schools and found out what they were teaching. They quizzed her on what she was learning. And she came away probably gaining so much more of an education than she had in just sitting in the classroom. So with modern technology, bring those folks to your classroom. Bring that classroom to another classroom, to your classroom. Let them associate with different types of people. Then foster democratic ideas and empower students to bring about meaningful change. The way we see the world differently is to instill that in our upcoming children. Some of our elders and the older folks who are set in one mindset, it's can we change them? I don't know, but a young child's mind can be swayed and molded so differently. So we need to be trying to do that. I remember the first time that I stayed home with the kids, didn't work, and that meant my kids were not exposed to daycare. We pretty much stayed at home. And I remember the first time Daniel ran into an African American child. We were at the doctor's office, and him and the other little boy were playing cards on the table. And I noticed Daniel had gotten the little boy's hand, and he was turning it over and looking at one side and then the other, turning it back and forth. Oh, I felt so uncomfortable. I could have just flipped him in the forehead if I thought it would help. Well, I didn't handle it so well. I wanted Daniel to stop. I didn't want that family to think that we were raising someone who would not accept other cultures or other races or whatever. And the little African American boy's mom spoke up, and she said, "Oh, little white children are so cute when they see little African American children for the first time." Wow, how well she handled that, and how not well I handled it.